Hi, this is John McNeil with Sound Home Inspections. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the plumbing system of your house. The plumbing system is really divided into two parts. There is the water supply portion and the waste and vent portion. The waste and vent portion is what takes the waste away, which is half of that system, as well, and the other half being the vent system. What the vent system does is it allows for the displacement of air, and it allows for things to be sealed. If you did not have a vent system, every time you flush the toilet, it would be likely that you would get sewer gases pushed up through some of your drains. So it's important to have a properly installed vent system. This is all done during the rough-in phase of the plumbing installation. Currently, most of the pipe used in the waste and vent system is a plastic product called ABS, and it lasts indefinitely. Some houses do use a PVC plastic pipe, which also will last indefinitely, but is not used as often. In older homes, quite often we see items such as either galvanized or cast iron pipe for the waste and vent. The galvanized will rust over time, and unfortunately we cannot determine how much rust or how thin the pipe is until it fails, as this rusts from the inside out. Cast iron plumbing pipe has a life expectancy of anywhere from 75 to 100 years, so you'll see it in older homes. The water supply system, or supply side of your plumbing system, is what brings the water to your fixtures, either cold or hot water, and the water heater is part of the supply system. The piping can be constructed of different materials. In older homes, we quite often saw galvanized plumbing pipe. Galvanized pipe, which is steel with a galvanized inner and outer lining, was used in the early century up until about the 1960s, when builders switched to copper. Galvanized pipe has a lifespan of 40 to 50 years, so any galvanized pipe that's out there has exceeded its life expectancy and should be replaced. The problem with the galvanized pipe is it rusts and corrodes from the inside out, and so there's no way to tell on a visual inspection of the outside of the pipe how long it has to last before it will fail. That is why I always recommend having galvanized pipe replaced if I find it during a home inspection. In the 50s and 60s, they started switching to copper pipe. Copper pipe has a much longer life expectancy, but is no longer being used as much due to cost reasons. In the 60s, CPVC was developed, but didn't really become popular until the late 90s, early 2000s. This is a plastic type pipe that is glued in fittings. It has been very reliable with very minimal maintenance problems. PEX is a common type of water supply pipe being used today in new construction. It was actually developed in the 60s, but wasn't introduced in the United States until the 80s. It is a flexible plastic pipe, and the fittings are either a compression ring type fitting or one where the PEX itself is expanded and then constricts back over the fitting. It is very reliable and easily installed, thus it is very popular with new home construction. Kitec was one brand of pipe that had failure in the fittings and has been recalled. The Kitec was found from about 1997 to the mid-2000s. If you're looking at a house with Kitec plumbing supply pipe, it should be identified by your home inspector, and I would recommend that you have that piping replaced. There is also PVC water supply pipe. This pipe should not be used on the interior plumbing system of a house and should never be used for hot water supply lines. It is typically used on the exterior for things like irrigation and sprinkler systems. You can easily tell the difference between CPVC and PVC because PVC will be white in color while CPVC is a yellowish color. There should also be labeling that identifies the two differences. It's also important to remember that the glues and cements for the two pipes are completely different, and one should not be used for the other.